Great. Well, let's get into Infused Confusion. A lot of people have a lot of questions when it comes to edibles and how they work and what the process is. But basically, in reality, hash oil is really the main thing, whether it's done in butter or olive oil or concentrates. Basically, it affects everybody different. But, yep. As you can see, this is showing you how to make your infused concentrate oil. Everybody has their own method, but in reality, cooking is a science. So it comes down to heat is a big factor in any time you're dealing with edibles. Too much heat, handling it the wrong way, could distill it just like cooking with alcohol. You actually flame it, the alcohol actually leaves it. So you need to be very careful with that. Edibles, when you take them, they basically a lot different than smoking marijuana. They go through your liver, down through your body, and go through your metabolism, releases it through your body. Depending on what you eat, brownies, for instance, or drinks, they take certain amount of time. Everybody's different depending on your metabolism.
So are you saying that smoking weed and eating weed affect different people differently, especially the different weight sizes and all that stuff?
Greatly. It's crazy. You cannot. There's been over 300 deaths a year from peanuts, but none from marijuana. People can take too much. The mistake that some people do when they do there, people tell them, "Oh, eat some more food," but actually that makes it worse because it actually goes through their system and forces more THC into their body. Easiest thing to do is just ride it out.
Pretty
So,
much, yeah.
yeah.
If you feel yourself getting a little bit too baked, just calm down a little bit, relax, and just ride it out.
The best thing to do is when you eat an edible, you want to start out about 25 milligrams, and that's a pretty good portion. You want to wait about a half hour to 45 minutes until you kind of feel it.
That's a
Don't.
lot. I can do about 10 milligrams, and then I'm like pretty set for the night.
I'm kind of I'm a hippie, I guess, so my tolerance is a little high, but once again, it's my favorite. I love my edibles. It helps me last throughout the day and keep going. It's definitely my choice. Overconsumption, like I say, you just got to be careful what you do. Wait that half hour, 45 minutes, and then ease into it. If you don't feel it, maybe eat a little bit more, but don't double your portion because then it'll catch up to you. And next thing you know, you'll really be out of it. So, and you never know how you get going. You think people have fun on alcohol. Boy, you see somebody on too much cannabis. It's almost the same way. You can get the bed spins and the whole other thing. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You ever been there, Mosh?
Head spins?
Too much cannabis and edibles.
I can't say that I have, honestly. I can't tell you. I think I know my limits by now. It was probably when I was younger, honestly. I did smoke a little bit too much weed, but nothing recently.
Okay. Well, I myself have never been to the point of no return, but I've seen a lot of people that have done some. We do pizza parties. It's great infusing all the products, baking. My favorite product to do myself is caramel. They call me Chef Caramelize. I love to make my caramels.
I love cookies.
Cookies? You're the cookie
yeah.
monster?
Yeah, I love cookies. Anytime there's cookies around. I like the gummies, too. I really like edible gummies. I think they're really good.
Gummies are also easier to make for a lot of people because there's not a lot of heat involved. Once you get into cooking edibles, that's the whole thing. You got to watch your heat levels because it can just basically ruin your product. You can have the great oil. Some people say it's not the oil maker, it's the baker, but in reality, it's the oil maker and the baker.
Yeah.
Without one, you cannot have the other. So
yeah, you got to kind of be a master of all trades if you're going to do this type of stuff.